Hey, Reese, obviously, 19 interceptions last year, a bunch of all Big Ten guys in the secondary, some coming back. You lose Jabbar, but what kind of standard, or do you think there's another level the secondary can get to this year, and how do you see it maybe coming together so far in fall?
This year, the level is even increased even more. It's a new standard getting set in. It's even more positive and intense standard. We can't settle for less, or we just won't have a good team. I feel like as a defense, everything is just more intense, more juicified, more just everything is just more intense for us to get to the ball and just be as one piece and gel together.
Justin downtown. I think it's just kind of playing off of that. How much does it help just to have as much experience as you guys have in the cornerback room? Just have all of you guys between you and Jalen and Taiwan having had so much experience last year. What has that allowed you to do? How has that made you even more versatile? Just that you guys have already kind of proven that you can pretty much do everything you need to do out there.
The experience it really helped us a lot. It allowed us to be more efficient on the field on and off the field as well. It helped the defense out. Just us being leaders in the corner room and on the team, it just helped be have the newcomers have it more smooth and help the new guys just grab on a wing and just come with us and just make a new standard and make sure the standard's set for the younger guys.
Downtown Mike. These past 2 years, you guys had a lot of hunger in trying to get this program turned around, and you've done that. You had a better year in 2019, a much better year last year. Does that hunger still exist in regards to taking it to another notch?
Of course, always. We had a good season last year and a good season before that, but both bowl games we didn't end it how I wanted to be. So like it's just a chip on our shoulder that we know that we didn't finish, but like we're coming in this season even more hungry, or like we're starving for not success, but just to be as best as we can be as a football team and just go out there and play football. Just 11 strong, that's our memo. 11 strong. Just make sure that we go out there and do as best as we can, and we work as hard as we can.
Mike, right there, Justin.
Yeah, Reese, you're obviously coming off a really strong season in the punt return job. I'm curious what kind of things you do in the off season to enhance that part of your game, and then also could you share your perspective on how that competition's going in fall camp?
Um, it's you always gotta outwork the opponent, but you just gotta make sure that you just catching the punts every day. Just make sure you find the small details that with punt returning, because it's the ball is the program really. You gotta have the ball to make a move or to get yards really. But the competitor, we have a lot of good punt returners on the team. It's multiple people that can do it. Me, DJ, David Ellis. There's a lot of people back there that can have this job. But we're all back there just having fun, just playing the game of football, and whoever's up, that's who's gonna make a play for us.
Thanks, Justin. We're going to go back to what you mentioned about you use the word efficient when you're talking about the value of the experience. What does that mean to you, I guess, in the sense of what moves faster and easier because you guys have been through it before? What sort of things on and off the field, are smoother because of the amount of time you guys have been around?
Just the communication that we have, the on the field it's nothing that we say to each other that we don't understand, because we've been jailed together for a couple years now. But just efficient, I say, is that when we do communicate, it's all on one tone, it's one pace, it's one set standard that we move on. And I feel like as a defense, I feel like that's a top key is communication, because without communication, the defense really wouldn't be as good as how our defense is.
Zach and Rackle and Kevin.
Hey Reese, with the departure of your former defensive coordinator and now Coach Warren, I'm just wondering, is Coach Warren kind of preaching that same scheme? I know you guys ran a lot of like 3-5. Should fans expect the same scheme out of you guys this season?
Our defense is really set up for us to be successful in any way. He has a lot of different techniques and calls that he calls that puts us in the right position to make plays. Our whole defense as a whole is just set for what he calls and just makes a play on whatever he calls. He knows what he's doing. He's a good coach. He's been doing it for a long time. He puts us in the right position, and he makes us just work harder than we used to. You know what I'm saying? So he makes us just be more efficient and communicate more for us to be able to be in the right spot.
Kevin, last one.
Yeah, I'm just curious, kind of following up on that, just the fact that he's got a defensive background, just how that's added maybe to the defense in the secondary to go along with, Coach Shelby and Coach Jones.
Mm-hmm. Can you say that again for me? I'm sorry.
Just about the fact that, Coach Warren has a defensive
Mm-hmm.
background. He's, been a defensive back
okay.
coach for another year. How that's maybe kind of added along with Coach Shelby and Coach Warren in terms of, working with the secondary and the defense as a whole.
Oh, he's a ODB coach, and it's just he always gonna look out for the corners and safety because he knows that's a tough position to play. But like I said, like the calls he makes is just for us to be in the right position to make a play and to make a game changing play for us to be successful.